Hello everyone. So in this particular video, we'll be looking at indicators. There are many indicators in pandas or basically in stock market that we use for doing technical analysis. So in this video, we'll be focusing on, let's say, on the introduction of indicators. In the next video and subsequent videos, we will be getting into more into indicators and strategies relating to those indicators. So where do we get our indicators? The best way is Pandas-ta, that is pandas_ta. Ta stands for technical analysis. So we will install that particular Pandas-ta library. Okay, after that there are basic imports. There is pandas, normal pandas, there is numpy, then Pandas-ta, which we have basically pip installed over here. We will be using Plotly mostly. We'll also be using matplotlib, but mostly our emphasis will be on Plotly. .express and plotly.graph objects. So these I would rather say Plotly is more of an advanced version of matplotlib because it gives so many functionalities, and obviously subplots which we'll be using. So we will import all of this. So mostly from now on you will see me whenever I do a stock market video or wherever there is a heavy data visualization, I will be mostly using Plotly. If data visualization is not that heavy and we can just do the simple bar charts and histograms, that is where we will focus on matplotlib. So we will get the data. This is TCS data. Again, this link will be there in the description, and let's see the head. That is how our data looks like. Okay, so there are a lot there are a lot of things over here, but we are only interested in the date column because this is this is the time basically. You can see 2004 is the year, 08 is the month, 08 over here is the month, and then 25th is the date. Okay, we are also interested in open, high, low, and close. Okay, these four columns, and sometimes even in volumes, but not right now. And some, let's see if there's anything more interesting over here, but no, there's nothing more. So these are the 4 to 5 columns that we are interested in, and we will be getting all of those. So we will be dropping everything else, or you could just have said we need these columns, but doesn't matter. So the first technical indicator that we are going to use is called simple moving average. Okay, now there are many ways by which you can use simple moving average, but most commonly it is used for finding out the trends. Okay, so what is SMA 50? So what is moving average, by the way? So let's say you have some data. Let's say you have all the closing prices. This is your array of all the closing prices. Okay, so you have all these data over here, which is divided into, so let's say you have close price of day 1, close prices of day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Okay, so simple moving average. So as the name suggests, moving average. So what you do, let's say you want an SMA is always associated with a window. Okay, so let's say your window is of size 5. Okay, so what you will do, you will take the first 5 numbers over here, and then you will do an average of that. Okay, you will do an average. So first 5 numbers is 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. What you have to do, you have to do average. So you'll say 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. This is going to be 1, this is 9, 9 plus 3 is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14 plus 1 15. 15 divided by 5, that is equals to, so this cancels with this, you'll get 3. So the first SMA, if you have SMA as a, let's say a list, new list, the first one will be 5. Now what you will do, you will move one step to the right and take and keep the window size as 5 itself. So you'll go one step from the right. So this was our initial step. Now we'll go one step to the right. We'll start from 2, and obviously since we are taking 5 numbers, we'll go to 6. That is, this will also move one step. So now again you will do the same thing. What you will do over here, you'll write all the numbers. You'll say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so these are 5 numbers. What you will do, since we are doing simple moving average, we will take the average. So 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. So 6, 5, 11, 11, 4 is 15, 15, 5 is 20. So you will have 20 divided by 5. This will cancel with this, so you are left with 4. So this was 3, and this was 4. Okay, so on and so forth. Again the window will move on one step further. Here it will start from 3, and again here also it will move one step further. So now from 3 you will consider to 7, and so on and so forth. So you'll basically have a list of SMAs, and when you plot that, okay, so when you plot that you'll get a SMA figure. So let's say this is the closing prices, so this will also be somewhat of a to say your this will be SMA. It will closely resemble. Now what happens if you change the size of the window? Okay, so if you once you have, here we had a window equal to 5. Okay, so let me make some space over here. Okay, let me rewrite it over here itself. Okay, so here till here we had SMA equal to 5. What happens if you take SMA equal to 10? So when you take SMA equal to 10, your window size will become 10 over here, from here to here, which means this is going to have more, what to say, your let's say your at a certain point it will going to have more past. Okay, so it has more data, so it's less noisy. That's all we say. So higher the window size, window, so higher, let's say, let's make it again. So we say higher window size, this corresponds to lesser noise. Okay, but again there are other problems as well. So if you have if you have a smaller, this will gives you recent trend. Okay, if you have longer, this will give you long-term trend. Now what we are interested in, we are interested in knowing the trend when there is a trend change or something. Okay, so when can we say there is a trend change? When we can say a trend change when the fast moving average, that is a smaller window. Fast moving average means smaller window. Okay, smaller window. So when the small, so let's say you have a graph like this. You have a long term to say your SMA going like this, and your short term SMA goes something like this. This is your smaller window because this is short term, and this is your longer window, so this is a longer term, so long bigger window. What happens when your short term SMA goes from it crosses the long term SMA from below? You basically say the trend has gone into the uptrend, so the stock has gone in the uptrends, which means the stock is basically going up. That's what this suggests. Okay, you'll have to as they say, let that sink in. So you have to let it sink in your brain. You'll have to spend some time with this. Okay, so this is the way you calculate the short term. So this is 50. Okay, so our window is 50. I explained with 5 and 10, but here the window is 50. Okay, so you say data dot ta, technical analysis dot SMA, and length equal to 50. Same thing for 200. Okay, so you have to hit shift and enter over here. Now I'm going to show you how to know what parameters are here. So what you can do is you can say dir, and or let's say instead of dir, let's say help, and then you can pass data.ta.sma. Okay, so once you do that, you can see length over here. Okay, if you want to know more about this, I'll link the official documentation, and even I'll show you in the next video how to do it, or let me just show in this video itself. So what you can do is you can say pandas.ta GitHub. So you can go directly to these guys GitHub page, and in the search you can say SMA. Okay, so you hit shift and enter. You just hit and enter, not even shift and enter. So you can see SMA.py. Okay, and you can see over here they will give you a example of what it means. So length that I was talking about, it's a period. As I said, the window defaults to 10. You can change it. You can also read what to say the theory at this particular location, web URL. It also gives a small description what it is. The simple moving average is a classic moving average that is equally weighted average over n periods. Okay, there is also EMA, exponential moving average. We will be doing it in the next video. Okay, so these are the what to say your arguments. Then these are some of your keyword arguments. I don't use them generally, and this is how your return is basically a panda series. Okay, so this is your entire documentation, right? So this is how you find your what to say description of all the SMA, all the technical indicators. Now you can ask how many technical indicators are there and how to know them also. So the way you're going to do it is you're going to say dir of data.ta, not SMA, okay, data or ta. So this is going to give you all the indicators over here. Now not all of them will be indicators. So for example, okay, so there are many, I think not all of them are indicators. So there is super trend over here. Okay, then I'm sure there is RSI also somewhere here. So there is RSI. So these are indicators. Okay, some of them are just statistics based, they are not indicators. Okay, so there are many things. Okay, then there is Bollinger Bands also somewhere. There is EMA somewhere. Let me see. Okay, so bbands, this is Bollinger Bands, we'll be seeing in the next section in this particular video itself. Then there are others also. I am not there's EMA, exponential moving average, I was talking about. So there are not many. Okay, I mean, here there are many, but generally we don't focus on this many. This we are just focusing on the ones that we want, right? So let's get back over here. Fine. So let's forget about this. So this is the data.sma. Okay, so you can see the first 50 will be nan. Why? Because for the first 50 you don't have the context window of 50, right? So let's say over here, let's say from here, go back, what is going to be the SMA for the first, let's say 33? For the first three it is going to be nan. Why? So here I did not show you. Here some of them will be, or how many, five or four of them will be nan. Why? Because the context window has not yet reached 5. So for here the answer will be nan. For here the answer will be nan. For here the answer will be nan. For this one also answer will be nan. For this one the answer will be 5. For this one the answer will be 4. Okay, same thing over here. Okay, now I'm not going to get into a very, let's say, deep detail of what is buy signal, how to make all of this. So I'm just showing you it is this easy to do. Okay, it's not going to be tough. It's going to be very easy. Just 4 lines. You will develop your buy and sell signals. So let's just leave it for now. We will and then Bollinger Bands we will be seeing in just 2 seconds. So let me just show you the graph. So how to plot a graph in Plotly when it comes to stock market? So first you have to make subplots basically with rows 1 and columns 1, which basically means you'll have one stock itself, one graph itself. So now you want to first find, obviously, plot the closing prices. So for that you will use the scatter plot. So go.scatter, go is graph objects. Your date, as I said, is going to be a x-axis. On the x-axis, closing price on the y-axis. Your lines, basically, I'll show you what that means. So scatter plot is basically scatter plot. So it's going to generally, if when you talk about scatter plot, even in matplotlib, you have these kind of points. Okay, so these are scatter plots. But since this is a stock market, so you only have what to say, it's a time series, right? So since this would have been a stock market scatter plot, now since we are using lines, you will basically have all of them connected. So this is the meaning of scatter plot and lines over here. This is basically mode equal to lines and just name that we have given over here. Same thing for this SMA line, or same thing, we just copy pasted over here, and instead of data.close we use data.SMA 50. Same thing for SMA 200, you have SMA 200 and everything else remains the same. Again, name also changes, obviously. Buy markers, sell markers, I don't want to do right now because this is basically from the strategy. And then finally, when you have that, so let me close this trace also, because this is buy markers and sell markers. You can see over here you have x-axis, which is from 2000 whatever 4 5, whenever it started, till 2021. Okay, so it is almost like 15 years of data, and you can see the blue line over here. This is your stock price, as it says. Blue line is the stock price. Your red line over here is closely related to the this is fast moving average, SMA 50, and then your green line is the slow moving average, which is your what to say slow moving average for the stock. So this is how you plot it. Now again, let's get a little back over here. We talked about Bollinger Bands. Okay, so Bollinger Bands, this is another indicator. Again, length 20. Again, this can be verified by over here. You can say help data.ta.b Bollinger bands. Okay, so hit shift and enter. So this is going to give you length. Okay, so now again, what it is, you can go here and let's go back again. Over here it's a b bands. Okay, so you go over here, just say bbands. So this should give you the Bollinger Bands documentation. You can go a little bit down and then you can see the documentation over here. Okay, so again, EMA, SMA, I don't want to get into that too much because there will be another dedicated video for this. I'm just explaining you how to use it. Okay, so pd.contact data is access equal to 1, which means the data will be concatenated on the as a row, as a column, I'm sorry, as a column, as a new column. So you can see over here bb20.0, this is bbl, so Bollinger Bands lower. So Bollinger Bands, again, I don't want to get too much into theory, but it has two bands, upper band and lower band. We will see a little bit more over here. So there is also middle band, there is upper band over here. So we are mostly interested in the lower band, bbl and bbu, which is the, this 20 is the length and 2.0 is the standard deviation. Don't worry, we will be having another video for Bollinger Bands. Yeah, over here, sorry. So here we are making the Bollinger Bands. So here you can see data.bbl and data.bbu. So here I have removed the, so this is your Bollinger Bands. Okay, again, stock price, lower band, upper band, and then you fig.add traces basically will going to add those traces over here. These traces basically are over here. Fine. So you can see the Bollinger Bands. Now if you look like that, you know, this is almost 15 years of data, you will think, okay, it's just following the, you know, blue color stock price. So red color is upper band, sorry, lower band, and green color is upper band. Now obviously this is not very intuitive, so what I'm going to do, the way you take a smaller period is you double click over here and then you focus on a range. So now here you can see this is starting from 7th of March and it is ending somewhere at February 20th, and I think this is, yeah, a little bit less than a year data. Now you can see that sometimes the blue prices, you can see over here, sometimes the blue prices falls below the red line, and sometimes the prices, blue prices, go above the green line. So these are more important. So I hope you know, you understood what these indicators are and how to find the documentation and other things. Obviously we'll be making videos, individual videos on all these indicators. So if you like the video, please like and subscribe, and thank you very much, and bye.